Okay, so how to set up your mesh to be imported into Substance Painter, which will then be eventually imported into Unreal Engine. So your mesh here, it will be UV unwrapped, right? And then you want to make sure this sits in the 1x1 square. So first things first, you want to make sure that the pivot point, wherever it is on the mesh, is set to the 0, 0 point of the grid. If this pivot point is over here, so if I'm holding D and X, and I'm snapping it to the side here, then wherever it is, if I hold X, I can snap that to the center of the grid. So that's that, right? So I'm just going to Control Z and have that at the bottom, because that's fine. Also, because this is a grouped mesh, this will come into Unreal Engine as its individual pieces, but if you have them all selected in Unreal and drag that into the scene, it'll all come completed and together like this. So great. So for Substance Painter, I want to make sure I delete history, freeze transformations. Do not want to center pivot because this is perfect where it is. Right. Actually, there it is. Okay. Just make sure the UVs are fine. Perfect. So I'm going to go to Export Selection, set this to my desktop, chest. For Substance Painter, we only want smoothing groups on, and the rest is fine. And make sure this is set to centimeters. So I'm going to hit Export Selection. Now in Substance Painter, you should all know this. You go to New. PBR Metallic Roughness is fine. Select what I just created. Your chest. Great. You probably want the document resolution a little bit higher than 1024. Depends on what your computer can handle. I think 2048 is fine. 1024 I'm using because that's what my computer is fine with. And then I'm going to hit OK. Great. So from here, you want to go into your Bake Mesh mode. You want to use a low poly mesh as high poly. Select height, anti-aliasing. You can go to 16, you can go to 64, whatever your computer can handle. You want to increase this output size. And then I'm just going to bake selected textures. Perfect. So, I'm just going to kind of do this really quick. Just going to put whatever material on here. Sure. Let's say, what if you have emissive, right? So to create an emissive, you add a fill layer. Call this emiss. I'm going to turn off everything. Well, first, actually, you need to, in your texture set settings, add the emissive layer to it. And now we can see emiss show up. I'm just going to add a black mask to it, change the emissive color to green. And then in the black mask, I'm going to paint a smiley face. Right? Awesome. Great. Now, how to export this to Unreal, right? File, export textures. Instead of PBR Metallic Roughness for the output template, we want Unreal Engine packed. And then you can change the size here to whatever you chose, right? And I'm going to change the output directory, something on my desktop. I'm going to create a new folder, call this chest textures. Inside chest textures, select folder. Perfect. Okay. And then export. Perfect. You can see we get a base color map, occlusion, roughness, and metallic map, a normal map, and an emissive map. Great. Now, back in Maya, how to export this to go into Unreal. I'm going to go to Export Selection, to my desktop, chest UE5. I'm going to have smoothing groups on, smooth mesh on, and referenced asset contents, and make sure this is set to centimeters. And I'm only exporting in one mode. Then I hit Export Selection. Great.